ahead and get into now. We're gonna get into facts and opinions. Talking about Jeff Sessions and the death penalty of drug dealers.
So Jeff Sessions sent a memo to federal prosecutors all around the country, basically telling them that because of the opioid crisis and so many people have died, they are going to need them to push for the death penalty of drug dealers. It's like because they kill people by getting them addicted to drugs. So he wants them to be prosecuted as such, which is crazy as hell. Jeff Sessions might not even make it. Apparently, Donald Trump punks that dude a lot. Like on Twitter, he's on Twitter and talk shit about him or whatever. So I don't even know if he's gonna make it.
Was that the one he was just arguing with?
He's argues with everybody.
I know he was talking.
Oh no, that was Joe Biden.
He was going back and forth with Biden, but I think somebody else just stepped down from his
That was his lawyer. So the lawyer that was defending him in the whole Facebook case, he not defending him no more in the case.
The lawyer that was defending him from the Russian investigation, he chucked the deuce. Mm-hmm. So Trump went on Twitter and he was like, he's good with it. He don't care. There was no collusion, whatever. He's lying. The shit is crazy.
Listen to this.
And he got to go.
Statistics I got. So 40% of sentenced federal prisoners as of September 30, 2016, which is the most recent date for which federal offense data is available, were serving time for a drug offense. This according to drugwarfacts.org. 81,900 prisoners equal out that 47% amount. 56% of female federal prisoners were serving time for a drug offense. 6,300 prisoners. 197,200 prisoners serving time in state prisons had a drug charge as their most serious. 44,700 for drug possession. 152,500 for other drug offenses, including manufacturing and sales of drugs. 97,214 prisoners in federal most serious charges with drugs. 96,907 of that was for trafficking and manufacturing. 296 prisoners drug possession, which is less than a percentage.
Well, the opioid crisis is affecting white people. Let's just be honest. That's why they tripping. Because when crack was tearing up the black folks in the 80s, they didn't say any of this stuff. You know what they did? They adjusted the laws accordingly. And that's why they had the war on drugs, which was the war on black folks, which was the war on lock all the black folks up. So they're trying to get you in the judicial system. Jeff Sessions, he wants no weed. He wants drug dealers to go to jail. Like, this dude is 150 years old and he's from Alabama. Why do we even elect people like this anymore? I don't know. But until we start voting and getting more involved, this is what we're gonna have to deal with, or until Trump fires him or whatever. But see, the drug statistics are always skewed to make black people look worse than they really are.
But think about the numbers I just said. And we talking about possession. We talking about
it could
somebody be driving in their car.
Yeah. What type of drugs is they?
It didn't specify.
But that's why they won't let marijuana be scheduled down. Because as long as you get arrested with marijuana being that schedule of an offense, you're gonna get more time. If they schedule that down, you know how many black people would be out of jail or would not be arrested? Because the majority of the time, it is weed that people get caught with, and it's like a small little thing.
And that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking the same thing. It's weed. But I mean, think about it. We talking about 197,000 people. You understand what I'm saying?
But the legal marijuana business owners, right? Just think about it. If they recriminalize weed, they all going to jail immediately. All those people like in Cali that grow weed, all those people out there, they're going straight to jail forever if they turn this around and they get busted owning all that weed. So it's like we are in dire straits in this country because they on some straight bullshit.
I don't understand it though. I mean, like, I don't really understand the harm in marijuana. I mean, I can understand crack cocaine, but
well, it's because the pharmaceutical companies.
With marijuana, it's like it's boosting the economy. Like, we're not doing as great as we think. Like, we're in debt with other countries behind this. So I don't understand if it's something that's helping the economy out. And you know, how many people have you ever heard of dying from marijuana?
They don't
like. It's just
they ain't really found a way. Like, they don't found a way to monetize it, but as a whole, like, cause think about cigarettes.
Right.
People going to the store more than they on the streets buying cigarettes. They gonna go to the store before they go to somebody on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And with weed, you can go find somebody on the street before you go to the store, and it's just like they ain't found a way to fully monetize the check. Once they do, then it's gonna be legal everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna.
But how long is that gonna take?
It's happening. It's happening now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it's just
motion.
in the process. We got, I think, didn't Jersey just legalize
Yeah.
marijuana? I think Ohio.
But this is the thing. They're trying to turn all that around. They don't want it to be legal. Jeff Sessions thinks that marijuana is bad. Very addictive.
Jeff Sessions definitely won't be our president no time soon.
He's never gonna get elected, but he's not running. He's not gonna ever run for anything more than what he is, and that's if he makes it. Because if he has it his way, Trump would not have him here because he thinks that he should be even tougher than what he is.
My thing is, I have to find the numbers on this, but my thing is like we have more abandoned homes in America than we have homeless people in America. We can't find a way to put homeless people in homes.
They're not thinking about that.
But we trying to find ways to put people in jail.
But this is the
Like,
thing,
we as a
because
country
it's
is
because
backwards.
jails are companies, jails are corporations. Like, I don't know if people remember this transition, but once upon a time, jails were state buildings. You go to the jail, you know the state takes over. You have this thing, whatever. It's not like that anymore. It's corporate jails. It's a company. There's a company that runs the jails. There's a company that brings the food to the jail. There's a company that
You mean
does the clothes.
companies like Air Jordan?
Yes, like a company like.
I was being funny.
I'm saying it's a company. They're privately owned, and just like the weed, the pharmaceutical companies are not going to make as much money as they do now if everyone turns to weed, because you could grow your own weed, you could sell your own weed. But if the pharmaceutical companies start losing money, that's going to shift the whole economy. Just like back in the day when I heard that like white rice and white bread were bad for you. But at the time, agriculture in this country was driving the economy. So if they would have came out with that real news, like, yo, bread and sugar and rice are what's fucking up people and making everybody have diabetes, then all those people that go to the government on behalf of agriculture, the Department of Agriculture, all that shit would have got shut down. So it's like, they don't care. I mean, we're talking about a country that people were a commodity at one time. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, they had slaves for like hundreds of years. They don't care. They just are about money. This country is just like one big commercial, and they just want to squeeze money. And the thing about Trump
How can you squeeze money when you don't have money?
No, we have it.
We don't have it.
They're not letting us have it.
We don't have
their
it.
1% has it. Beyonce and Jay-Z have it. They have some of it too. And y'all gonna give them $200 in ticket sales in a couple of months.
Nah, even Jay-Z said that credit is better than you spending money.
Until it's time to buy his tickets, then
Hey.
he wants you to put them on your credit card. But I think that everybody we gotta pay attention. Just like Trump just added that Chinese import tax. You know how that is? Do you know how much business Black African Americans do in this country with Chinese people?
A lot.
Everything is gonna go up.
I mean, everybody do business with Chinese people though.
I don't care about everybody else.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
that's one thing about Trump though. Like, Trump is a business person.
Right.
So he's making business moves. To the regular person, it might look like he's doing some bullshit, but it's like, man, for the business
Because
owner,
everybody's milking us. That's what I mean about us. We're like a cash cow for the rest of the world. We are consumers. We are consumers. We just buy shit. We just buy shit whether we need it or not. Everybody knows that. So Trump is saying, hey, I'm sick of everybody milking us. So far-fetched as it may seem, he's trying to make us
It ain't
money.
that much credit in the world though. At some point, we're gonna have to pay that back. And how are we gonna pay that back?
We are, the wealth in this, we're in debt. We are trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. And that's why another thing that politicians use as leverage, for their cause or whatever, they always say, oh, well, this is going to cut the deficit. Bullshit. That shit ain't going to never go down. It's going to be like that forever. We're in debt. Just get over it. Just like the American people are a reflection of the American country. Everybody uses credit for everything. If it was up to cash, these people would not have as much as they have. The equity in their homes and all that stuff. If just like, when people start losing their homes, they start losing everything because most of the credit they have is based on the value of their home.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
You want to read more on these facts? droidwarfacts.org. Kim, you have a website?
Where did I get this from?
Also, make sure you
The
like the
Denver Post.
Instagram, the Connecting the Dots Instagram page as well, too.
Innovative Black Station. Oh, you know what else? Going back to what we were talking about with the internet and internet safety and security. Guess what? The city of Atlanta is being held hostage right now. Did y'all hear about that? Some ransomware has taken over the computer system for the city of Atlanta. So if the cops have to like do a report, they have to do it on paper. The whole city of Atlanta was told to shut down their computers and don't log in to certain aspects of their web browsers or whatever. I don't know. I'm not an IT
Anonymous.
person. But ransomware is a malicious, this is from CNN. Ransomware is a malicious software that prevents or limits users from accessing their systems by locking them out until ransom is paid. That is gangster as hell. You know how much money they want? $51,000 in Bitcoin.
That can't be anonymous then.
So the thing about Bitcoin, and we talked about this too on a previous episode, is that Bitcoin is like a black market kind of like for money. There's no like name or anything associated with this. So when you buy it, you just own it, and your code is like a bunch of numbers and letters that know who you are. So that's the thing about Bitcoin, it's not regulated, and that's what makes it so appealing to people. But there's a downside to that, because if somebody steals it, you just out. You can't report it to anybody. You don't know where it came from, where it went. So these people want the city to give them $51,000 in Bitcoin.
Why did you just want to hit the strip clubs up?
So Keisha Lance Bottoms advised city employees to contact their credit agencies and monitor their bank accounts in case their personal data was compromised. She urged the public to take the same precaution while investigators work to determine the scope of the attack. They don't even know what's happening. They don't even know what they got. They don't even know how they got it. But if you have done business with the city of Atlanta, i.e. paid a ticket, or if you are on some sort of payment plan for something with the city, or if you work for the city, check your bank, boo, because they are being held hostage. The whole city of Atlanta. And they had a news conference, and shout out to our new mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, and she handled it very well, I think. But they're gonna give her a hard time because she's Keisha.
She black. She a nigga.
But I think that we're living in a time, y'all, where it's like everything is convenient because it's online, and it's convenient because it's on your computer and it's on your phone. But you gotta be careful. Don't sign up for everything. Don't just be putting your stuff in everything. You gotta kind of like monitor where your stuff is going. Like everybody, like, you got Cash App, you got PayPal. I got one thing, and I'm not downloading any other things. If you don't have my thing, go to the ATM and bring me my money, because I'm not downloading no app just to be convenient for you, because those apps, who knows who's running them, who knows who's sharing what with who. And next thing, you wake up in the morning and you can't pay your rent because somebody stole your money.